return to the classics. Uno, two, tres, four.
Hello. Hi, Sean. I'll just accidentally click mute again right after I unmuted myself. That's fine. Hi, Shawnee. Yeah, ramen does sound pretty good, honestly. It's like super gross here. We have had like 3 feet of snow in the past 2 days, so it's like a lot. I have some blank paper here because we're going to be working on 2 things at once, I think, because I've cut out our ramen toppings here, and the next step is to paint the sides of the paper so that it doesn't look so blaringly white when we stick it on top of color. But also we're going to be working on color and focus, which is what these pieces of paper are for. Yeah, it's not super cold, which makes the snow worse, so it's a lot heavier. It is entirely possible that my power goes out while we're doing this. Because it's warm, the snow is a lot heavier, which means it's more likely to stack up on top of power lines and take them down. So if I disappear suddenly, that's why. I'm probably fine. Hi, Stars. Guess what I finally remembered to do, Stars? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Haha. Only took me like 3 weeks. But these pieces of paper that are down, we're going to be doing this with, except the focus is going to be on purple instead of burnt umber, because violet is my color of the month for color and focus. So we're going to be doing that. I have some vague idea of the patterns I want to do for the fabric, but we might be brainstorming it a little bit together too. I know that I want to do like a celestial kind of thing, so like purple with little stars on it. And maybe I'll make actual like constellations on it. Maybe I'll make up constellations. We'll see. Yeah, I really like it. I also got something so that the process for punching the holes isn't going to be so bad and will be a little bit more regular. So I got a little book binding. I think they're just called guides, but there's little holes and you can twist these things to trap the paper in between the two pieces and then use an awl to punch regular holes. So I think that's going to be a lot easier than what I did for this one. And I think it will be a lot nicer on my hands, which is important because I kind of want to do one of these for each of my color and focus colors and then patch them all together at the end. I say at the end, I think I'm going to do 12 at least. I don't always end my long-term projects at just a year. So we'll see how I'm feeling a year into this project, I guess. It's Bean! Welcome in, Bean. And thank you so much for that photo of your cat the other day. That totally made my day. So cute. Such a cute kitty. So the first step for this is taping these suckers down. Yes, Big Bean Supreme! With a cat named Taco, which is just so on brand and perfect. So my first step is figuring out how to tape these down because I do want to work on all of them at the same time probably, but I need to figure out a way so that you guys can actually like see what I'm doing. And I don't know that there really is a way to do that properly. Maybe if I do it like this, that will work. Oh my god, his middle name is Enchilada. Are you fucking kidding me? That's so fantastic. Oh my god, that just gave me so much serotonin. Depression, gone. There's a cat in the world named Taco Enchilada. What the fuck? That's so good. Let me try and clean up my space a little bit. That's probably what I should have been doing while I was sitting here. Like, oh, it's not time to start streaming yet, but I'm all set up because I have no concept of time. Let's see. I need to move that. Oh god. This is so gross back here. Don't look. Don't look. It's just like a whole bunch of eraser gunk back here. Oh good, it's off camera. You can't see. This is perfectly clean and I'm so organized. That's so perfect, Bean. I love that. Yep, yeah. With cats, really the big papers are vet bills. Like cats can have breed papers, but they aren't the same as dogs. Cat breeds are really just like a suit. Where I was talking about this the other day. Yesterday? On Lib's stream? Maybe? But cat breeds really are not as distinguished. They're really all the same. With just small differences. Okay, I think if I do this, this will be okay. This one I'm probably just going to do big streaks of color similar to this. The bigger paper is going to be this one. Both of them! Oh my gosh! That's unfortunate. Our last cat was part Persian or something similar to that, and they have a problem where their immune system just starts eating away at their teeth. So we had that happen to him. He had like 2 teeth by the time we had to put him down, but he was like ancient. We'd had him for like 20 years. I think I mentioned this last stream too, actually. I'll just repeat myself, that's fine. Right there, I think works. Okay, good. Yeah, that's ouchies, for sure. Especially for cats, they have such big canines. Luckily for like domestic cats, they don't really need the canines so much. They can just get it by with their molars for the most part. Thanks to advancements in human cat food technology. But yeah, our cat ended up only being able to do wet food, which he didn't used to like when he was little. But Oh, yeah. It's possible that the second one, just like the nerve had already retreated because there was already damage in it that caused it to break, and the first one didn't. I don't know. My mouth is messed up, so I understand vaguely how some of that stuff can hurt and some can't. Oh, there's people shouting outside. It's probably fine. It's probably the kids, actually, because I think school's canceled today. Because, as previously mentioned, we have what I'm going to call a metric fuck ton of snow. My poor brother has shoveled the driveway like 75 times. I need to put that like a little bit lower, otherwise my tape is going to overlap onto the other piece. So, what was I going to say? I already forgot. Me getting ready to say something and then immediately forgetting. That's the vibe, I guess. I did measure all these papers out. So we're painting the fabric pattern and then we're going to cut them like we would for a regular quilt block. Because I don't know, I just feel like that makes more sense to get a fabric pattern looking like a real fabric pattern. So that's what I did with this one too. So these all started out as strips like the same size as this, and then I painted them and then cut them. Getting the diagonal on the paper is a lot more difficult than I expected. I mean, it's difficult to do on fabric too, but the thing with fabric is that when you do a seam, you can hide a lot of the sins. With this paper, you can't fold back the seams, right? So if I get it a little bit uneven, it really messes up with the alignment. But also I'm making this technique up so it's mine. So the way I'm doing it is the right way. Because there is no other way. I mean, somebody may have done this too, but not that I've seen. A lot of people don't do fiber with mixed media stuff too. Fiber is just like, it's a very steep learning curve and something that isn't often considered in the fine art category, which has a long history in misogyny, if we're going to be honest about it. I made that piece of tape way too short. Okay. I did cut out all of our ramen toppings last night. And weirdly enough, I ended up not using the X-Acto knife for the most part. I just used a pair of scissors and I was fine. Are these all like close enough on the bottom that I can just do this? Probably. Can you see the bottom edge of that? No. How close is that? Okay. You can't quite see all of it, but you can see most of it. Okay. And I did make these a little bit bigger than the actual size that I need for... Oh, I may have... No, that'll work. Never mind. Me realizing problems and then immediately going, nah, it's fine. This part is like not an exact science, really. Once I get to the cutting, that's an exact science. But I left enough extra room on the paper that the tape space won't make a big deal. I do want to do one of these with butterflies, I think. I spent like way longer than I probably should have just looking at purple fabric patterns to try and snag some ideas. Ooh, that actually may be too much. Let me change that. I can't put that down if I'm going to change it. Can you still see most of that if I put that there? Like right there. That's fine. We're also going to be, as I was saying, cutting the ramen stuff. We're going to be painting the edges of that so it's not just plain white paper once we stick it on a background. I'm just going to take that down there, that's fine. these are now way uneven on the bottom. See, I should have planned this out a little bit better, but that's just not on brand. I gotta stay on brand, right? I'm doing this in a way that's gonna really confuse me when I go to take the tape off at the end of this process. But you know what? Such is life. This is super thick paper, so the tape probably doesn't make a huge difference. But I feel better having it taped down, especially because with these, having them actually be flat is kind of a big deal. So I may also use the hairdryer because often that makes them lie a little bit flatter. But having a curved piece is much more difficult to sew together and get the correct cut on. And since this is color and focus, I really do need to get it done like this month. And I feel like I'm behind on that, even though it's only a third of the way through the month for some reason. I don't know, my brain is weird. The second that the day numbers hit double digits, I'm like, oh shit, I need to get everything done at once. Because I really have not worked very much on color and focus at all, which is partially because I'm doing the modeling thing, which just like wipes me out. My back is so bad. Still. Like, it was actually bad enough that it woke me up this morning and I couldn't get back to sleep. Okay, but that's why God made heating pads. I don't even believe in God, but I still say that stuff. Okay, I'm gonna get started with this one up top, and then we can paint some edges on the ramen shapes, ramen toppings, words. Well, that's drying. And do some sketching on these ones to figure out exactly what I want to do. This isn't the brush that I want to do that with. Where is that other one? It's short, so it gets lost in here. Come here. Here we go. And of course it gets fuzzies all over everything. That's so helpful. Thanks, buddy. Most of that isn't a big deal, but it still bugs me. Okay, so I think I just kind of want to do purple and some like pinks maybe. Oh, I also filled up my travel palette, if you guys wanted to see that, and used it yesterday, and it's good. There isn't like a lot of mixing space on it, but it still works just fine. I do think that the mixing surface that they have isn't very good because it looks like the yellow paint that I used actually dyed the plastic or whatever it is a little bit. But I'll show you that in just a second. Because I also made a little, what's it called? What is it called? A swatch sheet. I did 2 paintings for Gratitude 30 yesterday. I should figure out what I'm doing for the one today too, but I'm trying to like not freak out about it, I guess. Because it isn't a big deal. Today's prompt for it is books, which I don't know. I could make like a to be read pile joke. That's always a hit. Hey Grim, thank you for the resub. Much appreciated. Do you think it needs more purple? More purple. Oh, that's something else we need to talk about. We need to talk about what follower emotes y'all want, because Twitch just randomly dropped the requirement for follower emotes that I was waiting to unlock. So I can actually do those now. So what do you want? What do you want? What do you want from me? And I can design those. I probably will do it off stream, just because we can do a ramen emote. I'm down with that. Or just like a soup one. A bean for sure should be a thing. I was also thinking like messy hands as an emote to use for raids and stuff. Because my idea for a raid message, which I still haven't gotten around to doing properly, is the Bean Brigade is putting their grubby hands all over your stream. Especially since I regularly stick my hand in wet paint. Alright, sippy. Stretchy. Saying something nice about myself. I think that I'm a very supportive person, and I think that's very sexy of me. I posted, sorry, I just hit the headset, that was loud. I posted a video, I guess I was gonna say TikTok, but I posted it all the places that would allow me to post it. I guess except my YouTube, because it wouldn't count as a short because it was too long. But I posted a video yesterday of some of the stickers that I've gotten recently. You guys saw most of them because I got Lib's sticker book, or Lib's package, I guess, which included the sticker book finally. So I was able to put some of my stickers in there, and I did a little video shouting out the artists for one thing, but also talking about how supporting other artists is really important for your own art practice. So that was cool. Sorry, I just got a message that, haha, yes. I was eagerly awaiting Lib's package. Is that better for you, Grim? It got stuck in Seattle, I think, because of the protests, which, like, valid. But I also wanted it. Like, give it to me. And I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, about supporting other artists. I think that I support other people very loudly and somewhat aggressively, and I think that's really cool of me. That's what I was saying. There you go. That's the compliment. I cut out all of our little ramen guys. Oh, don't go there. That's not where you live. That's fine. You can have some pink on you if you want. So I need to paint the sides of these so that it's just like not super white, because when you put it on something that's colored, it's really blaring. Yeah, if of all the things to land in that pink, that was probably the best option, honestly. So we're gonna paint the sides of this, which is gonna be a little bit of a messy process. I also haven't done this before. I'm making it up, so we'll see how it goes. But it might make the paper warp a little funny, but I think that's okay because it's fine. Like, it'll just make it look a little bit more realistic, kind of. So I will need to try to color match with the edges. It will soak up the pigment a little bit different because it isn't a finished edge like the top of the paper is, but from cutting it, it does have a few spots on the front that could use some color too. So do a little touch-a-roosie up here. But yeah, I was thinking I might move the hey emote to a follower emote. if that suits people. Subs can still use the follower emotes in other channels, so it won't change anything for subs, but it would change something for people who follow but can't afford to sub. I maybe should have brought my X-Acto knife out to clean some of these edges up, but also I don't think I care that much. I do also need to finish up any of the animated emotes that I've started and not completed. Yeah, valid. I was also thinking maybe like a little bit of a silly one that is relatable. So my immediate thought was a brain holding a gun. Like when our brains are holding us hostage was what I was thinking. Because I feel like that's a relatable feel in the Bean Brigade here. Which I'm calling you guys the Bean Brigade if you didn't pick up on that. Unless you have opinions on a different name. But I think Bean Brigade is cute. Sorry, I'm holding these like way up close to my face where you can't even see. I think this side I want to do burnt umber, and then I want to do a different color on the other side. Because it's paler over there. I mean, you can be if you want to. You don't have to change yourself for me. We welcome all. But you can both be the Unholy Bundead and part of the Bean Brigade. You can be an honorary bean. Even though buns don't really have beans. People draw them with beans a lot, but they don't. They just have little furry feet. Okay, I think I want to do buff titanium on the side of the stem here. Oh, I was going to show you guys the travel palette, and then I promptly did not do that. But I don't know, I feel like if you hang out here, you know that I will say something and then immediately forget it. That's part of the brand. There, I like that. Okay, I'm gonna sit over there and behave, thank you. So I got these travel palettes. It was 2 for $25, which I didn't understand the listing, and I thought that the 2 pieces meant it was the palette and the clip, but I actually got 2 of these. I used this yesterday. You probably can't see on camera that this is kind of yellowed because of what I used, but it definitely is. I also have some pieces of paper towel that I used to clean up stuck on the wood here, but you use a clip to keep it open, and it's got like a magnetic closure. And the clip is big enough that I clipped it onto an acrylic board that I use to paint on. Then I did a little, oh, that is so washed out. A little swatch sheet with the names underneath that is written very, very tiny, so you probably can't see. But yeah, this is 29 slots, and I probably could have used 30. I would have liked one more. But I could have just ditched something else that I put like one of the colors in. Like I really don't need this many colors. This is the majority of the colors that I own. But you know, if I'm bringing it with me to travel, it's nice to have all the options with me, you know? And I will, where did I put that? I will show you what I painted yesterday. The Bean Reaper, I like that. That's not it, that's not it. I've been using my sketchbook more, and so it's getting like difficult to find the things that I'm actually looking for. I did these little gummy bears yesterday and this little cup of coffee yesterday. I'm really pleased with the gummy bears. I think I'm going to revisit the gummy bears because I did this one small and quick, right? Because that's the deal for the gratitude 30 that I'm doing. But I would like to revisit this, and Lib suggested that I make it a washi tape, and I kind of like that concept. I know that washi tapes are expensive to order, so I'd want to make a couple designs to get like my money's worth out of the order. But I'm enjoying the fun colors you can find in candy. So I did these, and I'll probably do that again. I spent a little bit more than a half hour on this one. It was more like 40 minutes, but I decided that was worth it for me. So I would want to start with a better sketch. Yeah, bean washi tape. I could do jelly beans next, similar to this. Same fun colors, you know? I think that would be fun. But I also did that divinity lately, and I did some saltwater taffy in one of my dream journals a little while back. That was a significant amount of time ago. I don't understand how time moves, but I don't think anybody does, so I think I'm okay. I did have an idea when I first started out thinking about streaming seriously to have a bean command where you could just do ! bean or whatever and get a flavor of jelly bean back that you were for the day. I think I still have a list of those typed up somewhere, and I never implemented that. I should get back to that maybe. This is the problem with my brain, where I have like a bunch of ideas that I think are really cool, and then I forget about them until a time when I can't actually work on them, and then I'll forget again. But there are less jelly bean flavors than you'd think. I put in, what are those called? Bean Boozle flavors too, so you could get like a gross flavor. I considered putting in Birdie Bots, but then, we all know, I think, what happened. Somebody decided to be a disgusting person, so those ones got removed. But I don't, a lot of streams for like it's not channel points, viewer points, I forget what they're actually called, because everybody calls their channel currency something different. But one of the things that people do for channel points a lot, the like in-chat points, is gambling games, and I never wanted to do that because I think that it's bad for our brains, even if we're using fake currency. And I wanted my stream to be a little bit more, what's the right word? Accessible to people who might have a gambling addiction. That was something that I thought about when I started up, so I don't do the gambling stuff here. Because even if it's like, it's not real money, it's not actually taking anything from you, it can still set that off, you know? So I try to be considerate of that. So I was thinking about fun things I could do that didn't involve gambling. Because like almost every thing for those, they aren't channel points, I forget what the right word is for them. The viewer rewards, whatever, I don't know. Can't remember the right word. Almost all of those that are baked into any stream bot involve gambling. So I was trying to think of things that I could do that aren't that. I guess I could do, like, I don't know, a tarot card draw kind of thing too. Randomly pull you a card. Somebody has to have done that already, right? Yeah. I think that's the better way to do it, Bean, honestly. I still have some edibles left over from my birthday, and I've been so careful about using them because I know that they will make me super groggy the next day. But this. I keep forgetting what I'm doing while I'm doing it. Like I said, I know this will shock everybody here. I didn't sleep particularly well. I had a nightmare at like 4 in the morning, and it made me so tensed up while I was sleeping that I actually tweaked my back again. So yeah, living in my brain is really fun. Anybody want to take over for me? I don't know how I managed to get red on this. Oh no, that's the orange from the colored pencil. I remember. Interesting. I wonder if something that like happens in your neighborhood that wakes Taco up. Because I know there's one person in my neighborhood who has like a really loud car who works nights sometimes. And whenever they come home, their car is so loud that it wakes me up. I feel like that's a constant state of being, Grim. Are there times when you don't want a taco? Here's another shroom. But you can want all of those things at once, is my point. I do need to figure out how to scrungly up these chili flake bits. Cats definitely don't understand the sleeping for 35 hours like all the way dead to the world concept, because they don't do it that way. Costco pizza is a very specific one. They stopped doing, maybe it's everywhere, maybe it's just up here. They stopped doing their like combo pizza up here, which was my favorite, and I'm sad about it. We did have a pizza place, like a local pizza place up here that did a taco pizza that was really good. It was weird, but good. Because it had like refried beans on it. Oh, see, we like living in Alaska, you kind of, if you want a fresh vegetable, you have to have a Costco cart because they have their own shipment stuff, like their own shipping line, which means that the vegetables they get in store are a lot fresher. And I don't like Costco hot dog personally, but they are still super cheap, and that's nice. I like their smoothies though. I'm specific about my hot dogs because, okay, this is cursed. I'm gonna warn y'all right now, the way I eat hot dogs is cursed. I'm aware. I will not change, okay? So just accept me the way that I am. I eat hot dogs cold out of the package, like directly from the refrigerator. So the texture has to be right. And Costco hot dogs are not the right texture. They're too gritty. Like, they're fine if you heat them up, and like I will eat them if somebody else heats them up, but they aren't my favorite. I like the what's that brand called? Ballpark Franks, but what I call the Butts and Beaks edition. Which is just like they're mixed meats, the mystery meat one. That's my thing. You already knew this about me, Grim. Did you just block it out? Oh. I am still alive. Oh my god, my keyboard is just like not having it. Because the rest of you can see me, right? Hmm. Twitch has been having some problems lately too, so. Yeah. I mean, such is the way of anything that requires this much server power. But also, sometimes shit just happens, I guess. Sorry, I keep painting the edges of this like super close to my face where you can't see me and not realizing it just because I'm like that. Don't put that in the purple spot. Is this too light? I feel like this looks lighter than it did, which is probably because the sun moved. Let's do eggs. Let's just do eggs. The egg isn't as big of a deal, but I still would rather not have the bright white edge. You should! Streaming, like the hardest part of streaming, if I'm being 100% honest, well, there are two really hard parts of streaming. The first is getting started at all, honestly. Cause like, it's big scary. But the second most difficult part of streaming is having to dealing with your software updating. Which is true of really anything where you have to use some sort of software. But interesting. So yeah, Artemis is straight up seeing the offline screen, which is different. That's so weird. I'm not sure. Let me check the Twitch status page. Let's see. Yeah, go for it. Because if you're doing, like, one of the things that was difficult for me personally because I use a Mac was figuring out the sound stuff. So having it so that you guys could actually hear music was extraordinarily difficult for me. But I figured that out mostly. The last time the software updated, though, it changed it, which was a nightmare. What was I doing? I was checking Twitch status. That's what I was doing. But on my phone, because if I try to do that on my laptop, it will implode. Oh my god, can I spell status, please? Thank you. Yeah, for sure. It says all systems operational. The last problem was on the 7th. Let me check their Twitter, because sometimes they don't update the status page. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything really big going on with Twitch. Might be something going on with Artemis's internet. Because my bitrate is fine, so it's not like we dropped frames and it refused to restart anything. Which which sometimes happens. That's a message I need to leave the notification up for, or I will forget to deal with it later. I think I want to do the same beige color on the edge as this. Oh, okay. Firefox does sometimes throw a hissy fit with Twitch. It's known to happen. Sometimes, I think the last time something like that happened to me, I had to clear my cache, which is always really annoying because you have to sign back into everything, but... Or it could be, the only other thing I can think of, especially with Firefox, is if you have an ad blocker on, sometimes Twitch will throw a hissy fit and stop playing stuff or lock you at a certain quality. Yeah, technology is just weird. For sure. But also incredible because I get to talk to you guys. Well, I'm glad we at least got you in here, Artemis. It's good to see you. Sorry that was such a pain for you. I need to not sit like this. That's making my hip hurt. Everything makes my hips hurt. Let's be real. Been meaning to start doing Just Dance again because I was doing that regularly for exercise before the pandemic happened, but I don't like being perceived when I'm doing anything even remotely like exercise. So once my brother started staying home more, I stopped doing it. But he's got other stuff going on outside the house now, so I should start back up. It's good for me. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know, Artemis. Like, I have had issues with it with, like, Twitch and Firefox before, but nothing specifically like that. I'm not sure what the issue or what the fix is there. Mostly dry? You are. Excellent. So I'm going to finish painting the edges of these guys. It won't take long to dry. Yeah, that one's already dry. Then I can just stuck them back in the bag until we have time to do the background for it. I do need to, because that... Okay, make a full sentence. Start at the beginning of the story, Katie. Since we're doing that one as a redo of streaming, it doesn't have a specific deadline. The stuff for this I do need to do this month, so it's not as big of a deal if I don't get the ramen done right away. Yeah, Just Dance. So it's a I'm gonna call it a silly little game where they do dance routines to popular music. So I have some of the older ones, but I will probably get the new one. It is also the only way that I ever really interact with pop music anymore. So there's that. But you make these little, they have these dance routines that, oh, that's interesting that it's everywhere. At least it's not just a me problem. I feel a little bit better about that. But yeah, they just have like little dance routines put to music, and there's different like difficulty levels. It's a video game, so it's like an actual, I play it on Switch, but you can play it on other consoles too, I think. But it's like super popular. They have like competitions for it and stuff, where like professional dancers actually compete against each other to get the highest score in this video game. Hey Lapras, how you doing? Yeah, I find it fun. I have difficulty doing any sort of like physical activity that um feels like exercise, I guess is the real answer there. Like the real end of the sentence if I'm being honest. So I was gonna get WarioWare, the new one too. It's not Smooth Moves, that's the Wii one. This one is, I don't remember what it's called. Yeah, see, I'm one of those people who's very momentum oriented. So if I start going, I want to keep going, and Just Dance is good for that, so that I'll actually get exercise. But so I've been meaning to start that back up, and then my back was a butthole, so I didn't do it this week. Yeah, I love WarioWare too. It's just a matter of, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm actually going to play it. And then I was like, you know what? I actually need to exercise to get better at being an art model. So that's an easy way to do it. And I hope you warm up, Lapras. I'm sure it's as cold for you as it is here. We're having like a horrible winter storm. We've gotten like 3 feet of snow in the past 2.5 days. Okay, yeah, fair, Lapras. Good to see you. Warm up, take care of yourselves. You know the drill. Yeah, I've been playing Pokemon Go really consistently. I finally hit level 40 this year, which I needed to do to get my shiny Mew from the paid research from forever ago, and then I'm going to be free of Pogo forever. Yeah, sure, I'll add you. I will say that I don't add everybody on Pokemon Go. I'm just going to put that caveat out here right now. I only add people who I trust to show up and kill me if I deserve it. That's my thing, because I do the Pokestop that I usually send gifts from is like right next to my house. Um, so I only add people who I know either will not kill me or would only kill me if I really deserved it. Um, What's your weather doing, Artemis? I'm curious, because here this is like not normal, but also kind of normal. We broke records for snowfall last year, like for all of winter before we even hit December. Yeah. Oh, windy is a different kind of cold too. Like that really like gets into your bones. Okay. I really don't particularly want to paint all the edges on this seaweed, so I'm gonna do it first and then do the bigger pieces that are easier. It kind of changes from year to year here, especially lately. Like when I first moved up here, I moved up here in 2006. Um, when I first moved up here, we had like an unprecedented cold winter. So my first experience with Alaska winter was like negative 17 degrees Fahrenheit, and my earrings froze into my ears. That was a fun time. But that was like super weird, and then it kind of settled down, and now it's gotten really weird again. Ooh, that's too hot. Icky. Yeah, that's wild. It's almost like the world climate is changing. Bold take, I know. I have paint all over my fingers. This is great. Yeah, for real. I mean, you can move up here if you don't mind snow. I've actually considered moving out of the country more lately, just because, like, I would like healthcare, I guess is the short answer. Okay, let's put these dry guys back into... Yeah, I grew up in Oregon, near the Washington border, near Portland, Oregon. And definitely a better climate. Although back when I lived there, snow was super unusual, and that is not the case anymore. Like the grocery stores ended up empty the day before there was snow. It was wild. Yeah, well, it would be better than what I have here, undoubtedly. I don't know. I like Alaska for a lot of reasons, but I also don't like it for many other reasons. Like, it is a state that's very focused on personal liberties, which works out really well for queer people. But we do also have, like, intense Republicans. Um, I mean, we produced Sarah Palin. What more do you need to know? I have actually met Sarah Palin twice, and she was very nice to me, but not somebody I'd choose to spend time with. Yeah, Alaska is, like I said, it's very focused on like personal liberties. So as long as you aren't bothering anybody, everybody else will leave you alone. We don't believe in um, like messing with other people's stuff, generally speaking. Obviously, there are people who are just the same as everywhere else in the world where they think that they should be allowed to make rules about other people's bodies, but they generally don't win up here. So, yeah, generally speaking, I don't want to hang out with a politician at all, but Sarah Palin also has some other stuff going on. So, I was not like openly out when I met her either, which probably would make a difference. But oh gosh, the beginning of that song just like unlocked a different song in my head. That was weird. I've heard that like a million times, but today it hit like a Michelle Branch song. Michelle Branch? Maybe it's Anna Nolick. Yeah, well, one of the houses on in my neighborhood has a pride flag out like all the time, um, which is nice. But we also had like a lot of Trump signs, so it's like there's a balancing system at work. Ugh. 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 Oh, a Willy Wonka song. Interesting. I'm trying to remember because it's one of those albums that this was back when I was a teen, which means that streaming music didn't really exist yet. Um, it was one of those albums that I listened to on repeat when I was having sad girl hours. So it was either Anna Nolick or Michelle Branch. Those are the two options there. Uh, yeah, that's fair. As long as you guys like listen to each other and aren't, I don't know, violently disagreeing, I guess it works out. Me and my brother are very much on the same page politics wise, and it drives our dad nuts because he does not agree. Yeah, the imagination one. Yeah. So come with me and you'll be in a world of imagination is like the proper line. But there's a Tumblr post that says, come with me and you'll be in a world of OSHA violations. And that always plays in my head now whenever I hear the music. Because, like, you gotta admit, Willy Wonka was just running a complete factory of OSHA violations. Yeah, that's fair, Bean. That's fair. Because, like, where else do you see a child sucked up into a chocolate tube? That wouldn't happen if OSHA was there. You need proper railings around that chocolate river, Wonka. Get it together. Although I'm speaking specifically about the Gene Wilder version. That's the version I grew up with. And I'm not particularly fond of Depp for reasons that I think are probably obvious to anybody who's been connected with pop culture. I haven't seen the newer one though with what's his face. What's that guy's name? Timothy Chalamet? Is that right? I'm an old person. I don't remember young people's names. Gene Wilder just brought like an unhinged level that is unmatched in any other version. Chalamet, thank you. I don't know if it is or not. I just know that that's a thing that's happening at some point. And my concept of time, as previously discussed, is a little whack. The Depp one is closer to the book, so I will give it that. It is definitely more book accurate. But I think that the Gene Wilder version has such unhinged energy that it just is unmatched, unparalleled for the level of insanity. Oh my gosh. People keep messaging me. I'm so popular. Okay, bye, Lapras. Have a good day. Hope to see you again soon, probably. Yeah. Wilder definitely had a thing. Like, it was a perfect role for him. I am also just a Gene Wilder fan, generally speaking. He just had a good energy about him, I think. Part of that was just him working with Mel Brooks. I'll tell you one movie that I thought was already out but hasn't actually come out yet. The Hunger Games prequel, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I just assumed that it had already come out, and then I saw ads for it, and it was like November 17th, and I was like, wait, I'm actually ahead of the times now? What's happening? Because I know I'm going to dislike it. Like, I already know I'm going to hate it based on who they cast. Like, I haven't even looked into the people who they cast, but I saw their faces, and I was like, you did not look at the book. So I'm annoyed. Young Frankenstein is excellent. Excellent movie. I also am a big fan of Blazing Saddles. Although you have to take that one with a big hit of it is satire. Please understand that it's satire. But that's one of the ones where, like, things from it get stuck in my head. Young Frankenstein should be like a standard Halloween movie, honestly. I am going to watch a movie that's actually, like, vaguely relevant today with Lib's stream. That's not what I mean. Lib's Discord. I'm gonna watch the FNAF movie. Which I'm kind of excited about. I don't know. Like, I know nothing about it. I know nothing about FNAF other than the fact that it's like knockoff Chuck E. Cheese. Like, that's the basis. So I really don't know anything about it, so I'm excited to sit with people who know something about it and have them rant at me about how it's wrong or it's good. That's one of my favorite things in the world, is to just listen to people go off about stuff that they're passionate about. So I'm very excited to be doing that. It also has Josh Hutcherson in it, which is a bonus because he's PETA. In my brain, there is room for 3 things at a time. And right now, one of those major things, like the one taking up the most space, is the Hunger Games. I'm not even going to say sorry about it because I'm not. I like it. Oh, yeah, him too. He's so funny. I need to watch the original Scream, speaking of that. And maybe the Scooby-Doo. I never saw the Scooby-Doo movie, or if I did, I don't remember it. When I was a teenager, I did watch a fair amount of movies that I just did not remember at all, for various reasons. Sometimes it's because I was shooting the shit with my friends. Sometimes it was because I was making out with a boy. So, you know. There are a lot of movies I can say I've seen, but I actually don't remember anything about them. I love Hunger Games. I I get that it's not for everyone. I will preface with that. But if you love a dystopia, if you're a fan of the dystopic novel, it's very well done. In my opinion. There are children screaming outside. I hope they're having fun. We have a lot of screamer children in the neighborhood. They enjoy their little lives, and I'm proud of them for that. But I actually considered writing a Hunger Games prequel kind of fan fiction for NaNoWriMo, which NaNoWriMo has very much fallen into the background this month anyway. Aye. But because I'm obsessed with Tigress, that's my blurbo. I'm spinning her around in my mind like a rotisserie chicken. Which you get to learn a lot more about her in the prequel, which is both fun and irritating because it gives me more questions than it gives me answers. And I need answers. That's not the right thing. Go away. I feel like I made the right amount of spring onions to paint, but I also felt like it was way too many when I started cutting them out because they're so tiny. They're difficult to cut. And now that I'm painting the sides, I am also like, why did I make so many freaking spring onions? But I have like a bunch of different headcanons now about Tigress. And they're just living in my head. Oh, back. Please stop hurting. It's not helping anything. What time is it? Oh my gosh, I've been live for an hour. Okay. I already forgot what I was gonna say. It's just like that. I definitely think a follower emote. Maybe a huh. Maybe I need to do a huh emote. Oh, that could be an easy animated emote actually. I say, let's start another animated emote that we won't finish. But a huh with like a ... Because I try to think about animated emotes that will look okay if you don't have animated on, because I don't have animated emotes on in my Twitch chat because so many people do like really big flashy ones that make my eyeballs hurt. So I try to think about things that will look good even if you don't, and like get the point across even if you don't have the animation on. Because like I have them so that they show up on stream because they're so much smaller that I think it's not as bad. But a lot of people just do like a bunch of flashing colors all at once or movements where they just vibrate and it makes my eyes hurt. But a lot of people have animated emotes, like lurk ones especially, where it's just like a blank screen as the first frame of the animation, and so you can't see anything. Mood, Grim. Mood. I guess I need to scrungle these up a little bit. So let's do that. And then paint the edges. Because I feel like, well, maybe round chili flakes is the right answer, but they feel too round. Because they're more like squared off, I think. I have so many of them though, I can just play around with these and see what I think. Painting the edges of these is going to be a nightmare. What I really need is a pair of tweezers. That would have made this easier. Is that better than just a circle? Maybe. Yeah, I know, Grim. I'm sorry. Color do I want to make the edges? Red, probably. Mix it up, do red and orange. I'm getting to the point where I'm going to need to refill my palette. So I've been painting more, which is good. I don't know, I think having a couple of them around... Oh geez, that's scary. Some people really don't watch after their dogs, but yeah, dogs do that for sure. Where they're like... Sometimes the play goes a little bit too far and somebody gets their feelings hurt, which people do too, so... Can't say I fully blame them. But the whole pack animal thing does get a little bit funky sometimes. Yeah. Adding another... I don't know, what word was I gonna say? Another distraction, I guess? Another element? Oh my gosh, the doorbell. I wonder what that is. Nobody knows. I'm not gonna answer it. I'm betting my brother won't either because he knows I'm out here streaming. I bet it's a politician. I feel like I need to lower the brightness. Do I need to lower the brightness, guys? Or is this like actually a good level on everybody else's computer? Or device, I guess I should say. I like how I said I was going to scrungle these up and then promptly didn't. I'm too lazy to cut these into different shapes, I think. I think they're fine as circles. I did the one, but I guess if I change my mind, I can always repaint the edges too. They are a little bit scrungly just from the hole punch having to go through such thick paper. I'm feeling like it's time to do the other fabric patterns and figure those out. I haven't gotten all the edges of the circles painted, or the bok choy, I guess, but we can go back to that in a little bit. I'm feeling bored of this. Which I mean, shocking, right? Painting the edges of a bunch of things is boring. Okay, so let's put the stuff that's finished in here and drop some on the floor because that's just how we roll. The ones that aren't done I can just set off to the side. Okay, you go there, please. You guys can move. Or you can get stuck in the tape. That's very helpful, thank you. Yum yum. Where's my CBD treat? Do I need to try to bite a mailman? Okay. There's probably a better way to do this, but we already started. Okay. So I want to do butterflies. I want to do constellation. And, well, maybe they just taste weird. Liv has been eating all those cat treats and seems fine. I could probably manage a dog treat. I mean, I won't, but I could, probably. I think my stomach is not as bad as Liv's. Maybe because I don't eat the cat treats, but you know. I did get CBD gummy worms for a while, but then they raised the price and I was like, this is not worth it to me. Okay. I think I probably want to do a flower one too. Some sort of flowerish thing. I'm not sure what exactly. But maybe I want to look up constellations and see like what actual constellations are. Up. Although I could also just make one up. Nobody will know. Now here's constellations for various signs. We could do that. How do I want to do that is the next question. I probably actually want to do it with gel pen over top of color, so I probably want to put color down first and then figure out the constellations. I think that will work better. So never mind. We're just gonna slap some purple down. That's what we're gonna do. Let me... You guys are mostly dry now, right? You're fine. You can go hang out with the others. Okay. This brush. That's what I want. Let's do that one here. We're gonna do the smart thing and start over on the side where I won't put my hand in the paint. Theoretically. We're gonna try at least. I think that we just had a pressure shift because my face just started hurting so bad. So I'm using a combo of two different purples just because one of them splits really bad, but I think I kind of want that effect. Oh yeah, this is way blown out. I'm changing the brightness. You need to chill, friend. Maybe even more than that. About there, I think is better. Okay. But this purple splits into like pink and blue sometimes, which can be frustrating or can be helpful depending on what you're doing. Thank you so much, Tape, for not even remotely doing your job right now. But I may actually have to pull out the tube and do more if I want like a really dark purple, which I do. I'll probably add some blue into this too, actually. I do want this to be like a really deep purple, so let's grab that. Is that you? Oh, you're right on top. That's so useful. Thank you. Let's just blurp. That's the sound of paint coming out of a tube, in case you weren't aware. It's blurp. It's still snowing outside. Just stop. Just stop. Enough. We've had enough. There we go. Let's get it dark. Yeah, it's happening right there. You can see the pink kind of splitting out a little bit. Well, maybe you can. I can see it. Which is fine for this project. It is snowing here, Phoebe. Hello. How you doing? We have had like a crazy amount of snow here. We've gotten like 3 feet in the past 2 days, and it's a little bit of a nightmare if I'm being honest. We have a winter storm going. So I'm in Alaska, so yes, I am familiar with the snow. This is still a bit much, even for Alaska, but I am in the cold, cold north. Not the final frontier, but the last frontier. Space stole it from us. I think I want to add some blue into this. It still looks very blue. Yeah, snow is very pretty, but it also is kind of a pain in the butt. I'm lucky and my brother does all the shoveling, or I might have an even worse view of it. But we do have enough that I'm concerned we're going to lose power at some point. So again, if I disappear randomly, it's probably because the snow got heavy enough to take some power lines down. So that's something. I think I actually want to pull out Prussian blue for this. Where are you, tube? That's a moon glow. That wouldn't be a bad idea either for this, but probably for another layer. There you are. I did, was it last week, post a little video of the snow falling on my TikTok and stuff. If you wanted to see it. It's just a short one, but did I not? I'm pretty sure I did make that. I guess not. I thought I had made that a command. I guess I didn't. I'm the same username on TikTok too. Or maybe my CloudBot has turned off. I don't know. Let's do this. Yeah. That's much more like what I wanted. Maybe I just did links. Link? You'd think I could remember my own commands, but you'd be wrong. It was socials. Me trying to get in Katie's head from when I was setting these up. What the heck are my commands? Nobody knows. So these are, I'm basically doing fabric patterns to make a watercolor and sewn quilt block like this for my long-term project Color in Focus, where my patrons get to pick a color that I work on for the month. This was last month, this was October, and the color was Burnt Umber. And this month the color is Violet. So I'm doing that again. I'm painting the fabric in longer blocks like this, and then I'm going to cut them and sew them together like I did in the other one, because that's how you do it with fabric too. So, were you off, CloudBot? How dare you? I guess it's links. I don't remember how to do anything ever, I guess. There. Adoy. That has a link to my TikTok on it, where I posted a video of snow, if you wanted to see it. This looks so much less blue in person than it does on camera, and I find that very interesting. This one I just want very dark and pigmented to do like a night sky vibe. I was gonna say thrilled with that. I don't know that I'm thrilled with that, but it's good. We can move on. I was thinking about doing like clouds or something. Maybe I want to do like butterflies and flowers on one. I don't want it to be like a very intense butterfly. I just kind of want it to be cutesy. Yeah, it is really pretty. Right now it's not as visible for a video because everything is just so white that you can't see nothing. Yeah, which is why I post videos of it. I know that a lot of people like to see it, and since I am in a place where that happens a lot, I try to post stuff fairly often. What kind of flower do I want to do? Just kind of like a hokey little five petal flower, maybe. Like yay, perhaps. Might have been smarter to draw this design before I taped it down, but sometimes you just do things in an order, and then you gotta stick with it. What did I have my other ideas down for the last one? I was thinking like clouds, maybe. Or vines, I guess was the other one. I could do crystals too, but I don't really feel like drawing crystals today. Oh, you really can't see the sketching at all, can you? It's so bright. Because I use the natural light with the window and because there's snow outside, I've got a lot of reflecting light in the room today. So I don't have any other light on, it's just the window. I guess I have a couple lamps on, but they don't really reach over here, so I might need to change my light settings again. I don't know. Yeah, it's not entirely all natural lighting, I guess. We just have like the lamps on that we always leave on anyway. So I don't really think about them, but it's almost all natural today. I don't have like the light that I have over here on, which I try not to have it stay on. Why are people messaging me? Why am I so popular all of a sudden? I swear, it's only ever when I'm streaming too. I think maybe I want to do some more little flowers in here. Like have these be big and then, I don't know, maybe lines of the butterflies moving around. Not that you can see that, like at all, but I promise it's there. I guess I could do smaller butterflies. I just feel like this pattern isn't quite there yet. It is gonna end up getting cut too, so it's not like it super matters if the pattern looks like it's properly repeating, but I try to make it at least vaguely similar. Blue doesn't always show up on camera, so maybe I should have picked the purple or the pink pencil instead. I just want to have like a half butterfly over here. Oh my gosh, so many messages. I'm betting one of those is Grim being a butt, just as a guess. No, it actually isn't. Wow. Wow. Falsely accused. I may need to change the way my phone meeting works for streaming. Like, I get it. How cool. Okay, I think that's okay. And I will probably get started on that. For this last one, Maybe I want to do clouds and some moons. Maybe. Because I do want to add some yellow in with this, because I love me some complementary colors. I probably want to do the butterflies pink. The flowers maybe yellow, which means I probably want to do that first and then do the background. Yeah, I love complementary colors. I really do. I did also, I maybe should lighten up the sketch lines, but I also think that they add some character that I'm okay with. Like most fabric really has, most purple fabric patterns usually has some pink in it. It's very rarely just straight purple. I don't know, speaking of complementary colors, I don't know that I'll ever forgive Christmas for what it's done to red and green. It's a great color combo, but anytime you use it, people are like, Christmas. Like, no, it's strawberries in their leaves. Get off me. Another way Christmas has destroyed us. Maybe I'll do one butterfly a different color. Maybe this one. It's not really, well, this one I guess. It's not really in line with the rest of the pattern. But I have a skirt by Maya Kern that has a blue background, but it has strawberries with very green leaves on it. And so I do, usually with my eye makeup, I match my clothes a little bit. So I do like a red and green eyeshadow to match with that. And I think it was last year I was wearing that and I posted a photo of my makeup because I was like, I think I look cute. Somebody's like, why are you wearing Christmas colors? It's Hanukkah. And I was like, what are you talking about? That seems like a you problem, buddy. It was to match my skirt with strawberries. Leave me and my strawberries alone. People just love to get upset about stuff though, so. Maybe I want to do the bodies like a dark blue. Dark blue? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Like that. Doing the antenna now is probably a bad idea because they'll probably get smeared when I do the background, but that's fine. Yeah, that too. It's just like I don't know why you're making a problem out of nothing here. Like I do get being tired of Christmas being everywhere for sure. 'Cause yeah, me too. But
in the land of plenty we don't know.
although this was on Tumblr, speaking of, sorry, my brain is doing leaps that I'm not saying out loud. I promise this is connected in my brain. Tumblr is looking like it's finally circling the drain. Automatic has given up on it. We always cost people money and we're really good at it. But we'll see. Because theoretically Tumblr has been circling the drain for like over a decade, really. It's always been circling the drain. There was like a brief moment in 2013 where it was profitable. And other than that, we've just been costing big companies money. But they've pulled Automatic, who's the company who now owns Tumblr, has pulled all of their people off of the crew. So it's back to just like the basic skeleton crew they had before. Christmas, yeah, I get to stay home for Christmas this year, which puts me more in the Christmas spirit. But last Christmas was also rather fraught for me, so we'll see if I have like a big bad depression slump, which I definitely would not be the first person to have a depression slump around Christmas, but my mom was in the hospital last Christmas and then passed away on New Year's Day, so it's gonna be like a little bit rough, but I'm glad I get to stay home for it because that means that I actually have my support network, versus if I was visiting my dad, I really don't have anybody there, so it will be better, I think, for my brain. That sounds nice, Bean. Yeah, it's always rough. Like, holidays in general are rough when you've lost somebody, even if you didn't lose them around the holiday, because the focus on family and stuff makes it very blaring, I guess, that something is missing, you know? Although, weirdly, for my best friend passed away in 2022, unexpectedly, like very unexpectedly. And the holiday that I miss him most at is Thanksgiving, and because he hated Thanksgiving. He hated turkey. He always said turkey tasted like wet napkins. So whenever I see the turkey, I'm like, oh, I miss John. It's funny what sticks with you and what doesn't. I probably could do like more fancy work on these butterfly wings, but I don't think I really want to, because this is definitely a kind of fabric pattern you would find. Just the simple butterflies. Especially in like the quilting cotton, which is what I was looking at when I was deciding, well, when I was looking for inspo, I guess. None of these are based like fully on fabric that I saw, but I used to be very into Christmas. Like I was a very Christmas person, and then we started spending Christmases with my parents again, and that meant that I was away from all of my friends because they'd moved away. And part of the thing that I like about Christmas is that it's an excuse to give gifts to friends who often don't enjoy receiving gifts. So it was a chance for me to kind of go over the top and crazy with giving my friends some gifts in a way that was more socially acceptable. So I used to go like really hardcore. There was one year where for my best friends I did a like huge basket based around their favorite color and gave them all like a bunch of different gifts based around their favorite colors. And then the place that I worked did like a potluck for Christmas and a gift exchange, like a white elephant gift exchange. So I'd do that and spend way more on the white elephant gift than I really should. But I'd also have little gifts for everybody. So I'd get gifts for like my work friends and stuff, but I'd also have a basket of like bath products, and one year I did tea and like candy in a little bag so that everybody got something from me. It didn't matter how many people showed up, I always had enough gifts. So yeah, Christmas does get a little bit wild for some people. For sure. I am not as big at Christmas anymore. Mostly because I don't work in a physical place anymore. So I don't have that kind of Christmas party to go to. But also I have a lot less friends than I used to. Because this was before my big depression slump where a lot of people just got tired of waiting for me to be better, which is valid. I don't blame them for that. because I made it very difficult to stay close to me. But yeah, I still enjoy Christmas, and nowadays if I get to stay home, it means I get to spend Christmas with one of my streamer friends, Jick, which means I get to bully him with gifts, because he is, again, a very bad gift receiver. He feels guilty about getting gifts, so I get to bully him a little bit. My affection brand is bullying people. We are very similar stars, which I think is great because we grew up completely different, right? Because we are in completely different places and all this kind of stuff, but we ended up so very similar. Oh yeah, for sure, Bean. People get tired of dealing with grief. And I say that as a person actively dealing with grief too, right? People get very tired of you continuing to talk about it. And I'm not really a big emotion talker. I don't go on about my emotions that much. I've been trying to be more open about it this year, especially. Like, that's something I've been working on with myself, but I still really don't share vulnerable emotions like that. But people really do, just like, they're like, why aren't you over it? It's like, well, maybe my entire life changed because I lost somebody. Honestly, being in a villain era is important. Like, telling yourself you're in your villain era so that you actually respect your own boundaries and support them is so huge. Truly, truly. Yeah. Well, I mean, for anything else, if something else in your life that big change, you'd expect to change. And other people really, like people who aren't immediately affected by the same grief don't always get that. Mm-hmm. And I think it's very similar to stuff with relationships where um, people expect different relationships to always be the same. But every relationship between different people is different because you react differently to how you are with that person. So when you lose somebody, it really is losing a piece of yourself. You're losing a relationship where you acted a certain way that made you grow a certain way. And it really feels like just cutting off a whole part of yourself without any warning whatsoever. And I think a lot of people don't think about it like that. But it really does change so much of you immediately. And it can be really dramatic, I guess is the word I'm going to use there, but I don't think that's quite the right word. Drastic, maybe? Because definitely when I lost my best friend, I really felt like I was losing a piece of myself. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And honestly, the thing that made me... We expected my mom to pass away the way that she did. We didn't expect it necessarily that soon. But the thing that I had not prepared for was having to deal with my mom dying and not having John there. So it was like grief times 6. And it's really not pleasant. Because like in all of these things where I'm very much a planner and a preparer, so I think about everything before it happens and I plan out how I'm going to react, how I'm going to do things, and think about all the different ways this could go because I'm neurodivergent. That's what it boils down to. But in all of the ways that I had planned and thought about losing my mom, I had never imagined a situation where I had to do it without John. And it's just it's wild how different things can be. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. My mom was a really severe alcoholic, and that's what ended up killing her. So that was a very slow decline that we all watched. So like we knew what was going to happen. That doesn't make it easier necessarily, but it does give you, I don't know, a different perspective on stuff. Are you dry enough for me to add purple to yet? No. to smear that paint everywhere. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are like that beat, honestly. Yeah. And at that point, 911 isn't really going to do much, right? Which is another difficulty. Mm-hmm. Yeah, once they're cold, it's too late. But at least, like, even if the paramedics can't do anything for the person medically, they're at least trained to deal with the aftermath, you know? Which can be really important. I think I'm gonna do lilac flowers on this one. Or, I don't mean lilac, I mean lavender. But I think I want to do a base color for that, probably like a beige yellow color. Kind of similar to what I did here, I think, except with lavender. Yeah, I hadn't fully decided what I wanted to do for the last one. I was thinking maybe clouds, but I think the streaky kind of looks enough like clouds that it would feel too samey. This one, I can tell just by looking at it, it is so pigmented. It's like shiny if you look at it from the side. Let me use this actually. Yeah, that's kind of how I do clouds when I'm just doing like a basic painting, is I'll do like a big color wash and then do water blooms like this, because it gives you a more organic shape than you would go for normally, or like I would be able to produce normally, because I get too repetitive with my shapes. So that gives me something to work off of. It's a little different. I am glad that I got this titanium beige because I've been using it a lot. I was right. I did want this color. I may add a little bit more yellow to it. Although I'm guessing you can't really see that. Yeah, I think I need to change the brightness again. This is the problem with using natural light. I think that's a little closer. Probably. The beige still probably won't show up very well just because it... But you can see it a little bit now. That's better. One of the other things for this month that I have planned for the color, I want to do like a little terrarium jar full of stuff, and make that into a new sticker design, I think. I also, speaking of that, I also need to go look at some consignment shops and stuff to try and get more income, I guess is the short version of that, but because I really do not make enough money to live, which I would like to at some point. That may be more yellow than I really want. We'll see. Maybe should have used the lighter yellow that I have instead of the super intense one, but it's so fun. I will need to let this one dry in between. Let's see, how are you doing? You're still a little bit damp, which is fair. I put a lot of water on you. There, I think that's a nice color. Nice little warmer beigey. Which looks kind of ugly if you're just looking at it, but we're putting stuff on top of it. Are you drier now? Yes, okay. I guess I probably want to actually use a bigger paintbrush for that. Here's the danger zone where I put my hand in wet paint. Let's see. I also need to decide what I'm eating for lunch today. I just had like a half cup of peanut butter for lunch yesterday. Hashtag girl lunch. That's not fair. I didn't just have peanut butter. I also had a couple crackers and an apple with it. Sometimes you just need to eat a massive amount of peanut butter. Although, we had a jar that hadn't been opened, and it's past its Best By date, but since it hasn't been opened, it's fine. But that does mean that I should probably eat it pretty fast, so maybe I'll just eat more peanut butter today. Sometimes I just get in the mood for peanut butter. Which actually probably means that I need to up my iron intake again, now that I think about it. Because usually when I'm craving that, it's because my iron is low. I didn't think about that. What I should do is actually go get blood work done and see how I'm doing. But that costs money here, so alas. I do feel like maybe this would be prettier with like a lilac kind of lighter purple. But I also really want to make it clear that this is I guess the other fabric fabric pattern here will lighten it up a little bit too, just to make it not feel so samey. I do want it to actually be the color of the month. So. Tape, would you stay stuck, please? That would help me. It's not that big a deal because I'm gonna cut the edges anyway, but it would be helpful to stay stuck. Oh no, you're fine, Bean. We were, what's the word? We were commiserating together. That was not an issue at all. Thank you though for thinking of that, but nope, not an issue. We were supporting each other. That wasn't a trauma dump. Yeah. No, you're good. I'm like that too. I'm kind of an oversharer by nature. And sometimes it definitely comes across as trauma dumping, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be like, yes, I understand this. And also it makes me think of blah, blah, blah. Not a big deal. Yeah, I have a bad problem of oversharing. I've been a little bit better when I'm actually streaming and talking because I need to think about that since I have an actual archive channel. It's going to live on. So I need to actually think about things that I'm okay with being on the internet. But I don't know. I think part of it is just looking for human connection. And one of the ways we do that is we share experiences. So. especially neurodivergent people. You say, oh yes, it's like this thing. Maybe I want to use a little bit of metallic for the lavender. I have a art piece and print and sticker that I did with lavender on it too, that I did a little bit of metallic on the flowers for. But I think it's pretty. I think I still have that metallic color that I used mixed in one of the palettes over here. That's why I'm thinking about it. But that's actually one of my favorite stickers and nobody has bought it. I was like, oh, I guess this isn't as relatable as I thought it was. That's okay. It's just some typography that says calm the fuck down with some lavender on it. Which I did because I was having a panic attack. So it was a way of calming myself down. I think I have it in my bag to the side here. Not bag. Might as well say bag, that's fine. My file to the side here. Yeah, I'm sure that a lot of people think that I'm very self-centered because I relate to people by saying things about myself. But they can think that. I have other people who know me better who know that I'm not like that at all, actually. So, I very much, as I've gotten older, have hit a spot where I'm like, that's somebody else's problem. Like, I've been allowed to exist, and if you don't like that, you can leave the space. So, which I'm sure some people think is absolutely obnoxious, but whatever. Kind of like, I've been allowed to create art. I will make that everybody else's problem. I've been allowed to exist as a human being. And if you don't like the way I do that, you can leave and not interact with me. You're perfectly allowed to do that. Yep, exactly. I always say it, I am what I am, and I don't know why I picked it up that way, but I definitely have, and I've been saying that since I was a teenager. Not I am what I am, but I am what I am. That might be a funny sticker to do. I want to do more like funny stickers because most of the ones that I have are art based and a lot of them are from dream journals, which feel kind of personal, but you know, would like to do some more funny stuff. I did tell Lib that I was going to make that hot dog that I made them wear into a sticker. I need to redo it though because I did it like super fast. I'm gonna get this background done and then I'm gonna try to remember to show the calm down sticker I was talking about. But I feel like a lot of, excuse me, a lot of people prefer like silly stickers, which I also enjoy a silly sticker. I think part of the problem with being an artist is like, and just maybe a person in general, is that you have so many different interests and likes that it's hard to like single into something. Especially if you're like selling stuff. Oh, which reminds me, I was thinking I was going to commission somebody to do a thing. I should try and remember that. I do pearl beads too. I have them somewhere. I love making coasters with perler beads. They make such good little coasters. But one of the great things about perlers and cross stitch and like diamond art and stuff is it's all pixel art based, so you can really make like anything. It's so like it's hard to narrow stuff down because you have such a wide variety of options. I don't know that I particularly like this fabric pattern that I'm doing, but that's fine. I think I might have liked it better if I'd done masking fluid and then done the background color so that the background wasn't so uneven. But Too late now. Let's go. I will probably go back through with a smaller brush to get closer to some of these areas. I could also just wipe purple all over everything, but I don't wanna. My watercolor is so purple today. Usually it ends up kind of yellowy or blue, I think. But today, she purple. I guess I need to decide what I want to ask my dad for Christmas too, because he'll ask. If I don't have something ready, it will be a disaster. Maybe I want a better art cam for Christmas. I think that would be helpful. But like, look at how purple my water is today. She purple. Ooh, that's exciting. I very rarely get surprise gifts anymore. Although, now that I say that, Trisha actually sent me a surprise gift in the mail. That was very exciting. I got it last night. Love that. Yeah, we haven't done stockings for a couple years. We do that at when we're visiting our parents, usually, but we didn't last year for reasons previously mentioned. And even before that, we really didn't have a stocking set anyway. I usually am the one who fills the stockings though, because I don't do church and the rest of my family does. So I usually fill stockings while they're out at like the night church service. But we always had an orange in the toe of the stocking. That was the regular for us. I love wrapping gifts. Like, it's one of my favorite things. Although I don't think I'm wrapping anything this year. Though I did, this is a secret. Can you keep a secret? I'm gonna say it quiet in case my brother is listening. I already did get my brother one gift that I gave him early because it's gonna be useful for him for Thanksgiving, but I'm also gonna get him another gift and he doesn't know it yet. Because I have no chill. Which I should get around to ordering soon so that it makes it here, because with Alaska shipping times get a bit funky, especially when there's other shipping stuff going on in the world. So this spot is so blotchy, and I think instead of trying to smooth it out, because I know that's just going to make it worse, we're going to lean into it and make it look like it's on purpose. Because of reasons. Because one of the great things about art is if you make a mistake and then you don't like it, or it looks like it shouldn't be there, you can make the mistake at least 2 more times, and then it will look like it's on purpose. So we're just going to do this. Put in some sloppy brush strokes. I will probably need to go back over and do some more up in the spots that are still a bit damp, but there we go. Are you dry? Not really. We'll give you some more time, buddy. Let me see if I can dig out the sticker. I think I put all the stickers in here so that I could show them on stream, like thinking ahead. Yeah, here it is. Calm the fuck down. The fuck is smaller, so it's more difficult to see, which is what is on purpose. But yeah, that's a painting. The original of this is still for sale too. But yeah, most of my stickers are like art stickers, or I have a few Pokemon ones. This was a Jick Nonsense inspired official merch. um, and then a lot of the other ones I have are just from dream journals. So like this one's from a dream journal, this one's from a dream journal, this one's from a dream journal. Where's the creepy hand one? There it is. This one's from a dream journal. I think this one is really cool, but I get why people wouldn't want it on their stuff. And I have a couple Pokemon type logos in different shinies. This one doesn't shine very well. I wouldn't get this one again because I just kind of did one of their sample sales to see which glitters I liked best. And the answer is I like pretty much all of them. And I think they all look pretty good. Yeah, I'm a fire person. This one is the small glitter, which doesn't show up as well on camera as the big glitter on the ghosty. But I only have the 4 types, so I have Dragon, Fairy, Fire, and Ghost. I would like to do all of them, but it's a little cost prohibitive because there are so many types, right? And they definitely are not the ones that sell the most. So, so far, my big sellers are the sticker sheets that I've done. Which, fair, because they slap. I have... Oh, I do have them all in the same spot. I was going to say, I know that I have those around somewhere. So I have my rainy day sheet, which is the most popular. I can do a sheet for the types, but with the sticker company that I'm using, I can't do them in the glitter. So it would need to be like plain glossy white or clear like these ones are, which I think is not as fun. And this one. But I think Lib has convinced me to start doing my own stickers too once I get a space set up. Because if I do that, I can have different types of stickers too and do like a subscription club so that you get a different sticker design once a month. Which I can't do, like it's very cost prohibitive to do with the company that I'm having print my stickers now. It does mean that I would do different types of stickers, I guess is what I mean. But I think that would be cool, and it would mean that there's a project that I've been working on that I was trying to figure out how to make affordable, and it's these like health tracking stickers for people with chronic illnesses so that they can track flare-ups and different symptoms so that they can show it easier to the doctor and stuff like that. And doing those through a printing company is going to be very cost prohibitive in a way that I think makes them inaccessible. If I was printing my own sticker sheets, then I could do that at a much more affordable cost. And I think that's actually the thought that swayed me. Yeah, I know people too. I'm one of them, for that matter. I had a sample set printed with my company to use, and I think it's a good idea, but I do think that I want it to be a very low cost point, specifically. So it's going to involve figuring that out. But once I get my office space set up, like my studio space, I'll actually have room to do that. Right now I don't. So that concept is on the back burner. I'm still thinking about it, but yeah, I appreciate that, Bean. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. Because I did offer a couple of my disabled friends some freebies to try and test it out, and one of them is very, very popular on the interwebs. That's Joy. Because when I was brainstorming this, I asked the Joy's Discord, which has a lot of disabled people in it, about what kind of things they would find most useful. Because I know what I would find useful, but that doesn't mean everybody else would find it useful. Yeah. So I think it's a good idea. I still think it needs some workshopping, but I think if I get a silhouette printer like Lib has and a proper printer that I can also do prints on, that will open up a lot of avenues for me. And specifically that one, I'm very concerned about the cost. So, yeah, because I didn't think that it was going to be possible with having somebody else print my stickers, but I can do that, and I think that'll work. This is the purple that's on the calm down sheet. I actually probably have that in my bag here that I can. I don't know why I keep calling it a bag. It's not. It's an accordion file. But I probably have that in here somewhere. Those are all the year lyrics. That's the dream journal. In here, probably. Yeah. Here. So there's some metallic purple on the lavender itself, which is from this guy that I mixed up and has been sitting around doing nothing for ages. Okay, are you dry enough? Yes. I maybe should have just left that out as a reference point. Actually, I'll use my own art as reference. That's something I can do. So I'm just gonna draw stems here, and we'll work on flowers. Doing this in some kind of pattern is probably the right answer, but also whatever. Probably want to start with the dark because the metallic will definitely what are the words I'm trying to say? Nobody knows, not even me. The metallics do like cover other pigments pretty well, so I am hearing phantom alerts, which is so funny to me. Keep thinking I hear the tape peel one, and I'm definitely not. The tape peel is a follower, I think, alert. Not too late. Maybe we're actually gonna do like a full stream time today. Wow, imagine that. Tuesday's stream is probably gonna be shorter again because, like I mentioned, I do have modeling late on that Monday. Well, not like super late, but in the evening. So I will probably be sore and tired. Which I need to think about what other poses I want to do. So I did a lot of seated ones last time, so I think I need to change it up a little bit. I don't think it really matters that much, all things considered, because it's just people learning. It's not like we're trying to make a masterpiece or anything, but I would like to keep it vaguely interesting. I think I want to add leaves to these two, now that I think about it. do just some blips in here. That's a professional term, blips. Yes. That's what it needed. For sure. That slaps. I love how such simple shapes can just make our brains realize what things are, you know? Like, our brains do so much work to recognize different patterns and stuff. So just by doing this, you know those are supposed to be, like, petals. Which I think is fun. Thank you. Hey, Parker, how you doing? I feel like I haven't seen you in forever, Parker. I guess it's been since, what, Sunday? That's ages from now. I do think that I still want to add some leaves to the stalks here. Is it stalks or stems? Probably stems. Heck if I know. One right there. Maybe one here going off the page. Okay. Let's do some leaves, shall we? And then we can work on some constellations on this guy, and then I think we're set. I am probably gonna untape it to do that, though. That's just gonna be easier on my brain. I guess I was gonna say my wrist, but yeah, for real, Parker. And don't even talk to me about Hot Little Sun. I haven't seen the sun in days. We have like a huge snowstorm going on right now, and I haven't seen the sky since I streamed last, I think, actually, so since Tuesday. It's still snowing, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. I guess lavender actually has like parallel leaves, whatever. Yeah, I'm just really grateful that my brother is the one who shovels the driveway, because I would probably be dead by now if it was me. Once again, very grateful for Brother Bean. That's something my mom told me when I was younger, that she never expected to become best friends with her brother, who is also a little brother. Well, younger brother. We can't really call either of our brothers bigger or younger or little. I can't word. Oh my god. Mouth, please. Can't call them little brothers because they're both bigger. But she said that she never expected to become best friends with her brother. And when she told me that, I was maybe like 16, and I was like, that's never gonna happen. And now I would definitely call my brother my best friend. Like, it's wild how things change as you get older. I was thinking about that the other night. Okay, let's add some metallics to this because we can and because it's fun. Yeah, I never got that. So I've mentioned before that I watch a lot of true crime shows. And one of the things you'll see of like parents whose children passed away pretty young, is they'll say that they were their best friend. Same with like kids and parents, and I was like, could never be me. Which, to be fair, with my parents, that is still accurate. But with my brother, I definitely get it now. So this metallic won't really show up on camera much, but it will show up in person, and it will be really pretty. And just a nice little pop. I don't know, there's just something to be said for somebody who was raised like in the exact same environment you were. So they can understand the difficulties that come with that, I guess.
Why can't we rearrange the tectonic plates? There's another painted woman at the foot of the stage.
For sure, for sure. And I think there's something about being raised by the same people and in the same environment. You end up similar in some ways and different in others, which is good for our brains to takes less effort to connect, I guess is what I mean. But you can still learn something from another side of life. It's like obviously we aren't the exact same people. We didn't have all the same hobbies and stuff like that, but we have enough connection and shared interests. Maybe I want to do some dots of this metallic in here too. Or maybe that's going to be too much. Decisions. Or my nemesis decisions. Yeah, my brother's 3 years younger than I am. So we are very similar in ages as well. Do I do dots? I'm just gonna do some little ones, I think. Very small. My brother is also like a super good cook. So I'm grateful that he keeps cooking for me. Yeah, I'm the oldest, which means I have all those older sibling weirdness for sure. I was also kind of ended up being a mediator a lot of the time for my parents, which is a difficult spot to be in. And again, older sibling weirdness, as previously mentioned. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's pretty. I definitely am very good at mitigating situations and like easing the tension, which is a good skill to have, but I would have rather gotten it a different way. So yeah, Parker's baby. You're still pretty young, Parker, although not that young. You aren't like the youngest, but oh my gosh, of 5, that's so many. It's just me and my brother, which I don't know that I could have managed with more siblings than that, if I'm being honest. Not that siblings are bad or anything, I'm just so introverted that if there were more people in my house, I don't know how I would have survived that. Ah, gotcha, Bean. Yeah, my parents stayed together the whole time. Until my mom passed away, obviously, but I think this one's dry enough that I can lift up all this tape and it won't be an issue. I could add more brush strokes on this one, but I think I'm just going to leave it. I think it's fine. Yeah, no worries, Parker. You can say your age if you want to. I think that we aren't in danger there. It is generally, like, just to state it, it is generally considered bad manners on Twitch to say your age, but I do talk about my age, so just because if the person is younger than TOS states, the burden gets put on the streamer to make sure that they aren't in the stream, which means if you aren't supposed to be on here, I have to block and ban you. Otherwise, my stream can get taken down. So just throwing that out there. But I'm turning 36 in August, which is wild to me. I keep forgetting how old I am, honestly. At a certain point, like, age really doesn't play into how you think about yourself. So, like, I'll forget. Somebody will ask me what age I am, and I have to think about it and do math. Yeah, I'm old. Which is fine. I didn't think I was going to get to be this old, so I'll enjoy being here. I do try to stay connected to the youths, though, so that I don't forget what it's like to be young in a number of ways, because you're still people. You deserve to be treated like people, and I don't want to be one of those people who forgets, you know? Oh yeah, I did do this tape in a weird way. I said when I retaped it that I did this in a way that was going to confuse me when I took the tape off, and I was right. Yeah. The other weird thing, so the age that I am, I was born in 1988, which anybody who does basic math could have figured that out by now. But the problem is that the number 88 is a bad number. It's been twisted to somebody else's purposes, so I have to be careful about putting my year in anything aside from just like personal safety or whatever. Have a little treat. I will. Thank you. I'm gonna finish getting the tape off, and then I'll pull one out. Release. Thank you. Yay! Thank you. Okay, so I'm doing constellations on this guy. This looks way more purple in person than it does on stream. So that's something. Poke. There was something else I was thinking about adding to redeems lately, and now I don't remember what it was. This is the problem. That sentence was going to end in a weird way. This is the problem with having a brain. Let's put it that way. I forget things. I think about things, and then I forget them. Okay. I also should probably get up and do a stretch at some point, but also we're probably ending soon anyway, so I might as well just go. It's fine. I do think that this one is my favorite. I really like this one. I would buy fabric like that. Treat, that's what I was doing. Stretchy, you got it. I have picked a green sugar chunk. Yeah, I kind of want to, I should make a repeating pattern of that because I kind of want to buy it. Making a repeating pattern with traditional styles is difficult, but I could probably figure it out. Oh, my back just popped. I hope you didn't hear that. My poor spine. It's been through so much. Okay, did those. Right, Parker, I feel that. Lunch is like the worst meal of the day because it just ruins my momentum. I was complaining about this to my brother yesterday, I think. It's just bad for momentum. Wait, what was that for? Oh, I don't care. Cool. That's not happening. Okay. I was pulling this out so that I could look at... Oop, I just bumped you. Sorry. I didn't mean it. Yeah, I think I might have scoliosis, honestly. I need to... At some point, when I have any vague amount of money, I need to get that checked out. We're going to do, or try to do, some constellations in here. And I'm looking at, like, what's the word for those? Zodiac ones? But I'm just gonna, like, guesstimate them because I can't be bothered, if I'm being honest. I'm just gonna do, this is a smaller one than I thought that I was getting, but that's okay. I thought this was the bigger one, but this is the little one. Where's the bigger one? Is that it? Yes. The lines can be tiny, but I need the stars to be a little bit chonkier. This one is Aries, theoretically. Leo is complicated. I'm a Leo. Let's see, let's do Cancer. Cancer looks like I can manage it. Start you like down here, huh? Well, no, let's do you over here. And to be fair, these may not be right because I just kind of like Googled it and didn't like check it at all. So, not that it's that big a deal. Again, it just needs to look cool once we cut it up. I'll probably do the rest of this specific project off stream, but I will definitely show you guys once I get it done. Just because the punching the holes and stuff and the cutting is very specific work that will be easier for me if I do it lower than where this table is, so that I can use my body weight to push on stuff. God, why are the rest of these all so freaking complicated? Who gave you the right? Let's start Libra down here. That will just go off the page and that's fine. Yeah, right. And these aren't going to stay in these whole shapes anyway. They're going to get cut. So it's like not a big deal at all. And I'm sure that people who do like fabric patterns also sometimes just go, you know what, fuck it. So, because these are all fabrics to do this with, just with a different color. I'll probably leave the lavender, one of these big ones, because I like that. I don't know what I want to do this smaller one for though. Well, maybe I'll do that one. I don't know. I'll play around with it and think about it, but this is what it's going to be. It's just going to be purple instead, because that's the color of the month this month for my long-term project Color in Focus. If you want to see the whole spiel about that, I have it there, I think. Yeah. Me trying to remember my own commands. I think I kind of want to do like Sagittarius up here because it's super complicated, but it also will look really cool, I think. So maybe I'll do some edges of other stuff in here. We're gonna see if I can just eyeball this and not have it be a disaster. If it is a disaster, I have more paper. It's not a big deal. Right. Applesauce sounds good. I don't have any applesauce. I should get applesauce. One of the best things with like those individual servings of applesauce is sticking it in the freezer, and then you can get like a weird sorbet texture going. Delicious. It's not the best line I've ever made in my life. That's okay though. There we go. Oh, guess how many stars I put my hand into. You should probably eat more than that, Bean. Just a thought. Yeah, that's fair, Parker. That's fair. I would not want to eat a frozen treat at this moment either. Although when I first moved up here, I dated a guy who got really surprised that I ate ice cream, like wanted to eat ice cream during the summer, because he always ate ice cream during the winter because then it didn't melt. Which I guess makes some kind of sense. But I don't know. Yeah, like I kind of get it, but if I'm too warm, I want something cool, you know? And if I'm cold, I want something warm. Fair, Bean, fair. I'm not trying to like nag on you. I just want to make sure you're taking care of yourself. This one's Leo. I didn't say that out loud. I thought it would fit nice in here. I don't think I got the angles quite right on this one, but that's okay. There, I think that looks like constellation fabric. Okay, just making sure. I'm definitely the mom friend. That's my thing. Although I kind of go with the aunt friend more than mom friend. I could probably put something in here. Maybe I actually. Okay. I was gonna say I should put something in there, like another constellation, but what I'm actually gonna do is grab my metallics and put some like goldy color, just random stars in here, I think. Oh, that's sweet, Bean. I love that. Yeah, my purse is full of like everything. I have extra earplugs in case somebody needs earplugs. I have uh, half of a pharmacy in my bag at all times. I always have candy and food. And I try to always carry something that's gluten-free with me if somebody needs a snack but can't have gluten. I had a friend when I was in college who often forgot to eat but also couldn't have gluten, so I started carrying gluten-free like power bars in my bag so that I could make her eat. Gee, really, Parker? I never would have guessed that you were the emo one.
Mahogany eyes, you settle me with doubt. Behind the stadium when you were coming down, the lighter leaves are lost in the freckles on your skin.
I'm gonna slap a few of these metallic ones in here. And I think we're good to go. Oh man, you know how last time I wasn't getting any notifications on my phone? I had to actually delete and re-download all of my apps, and it was like one of the most annoying things I've ever done in my entire life. Like, you had one job, and it was to tell me things. How dare you? There, I think that's good. I used to be like that. I was always very cautious about how loud I was, like when I was breathing or when I was walking, and I used to scare the heck out of people. I still get my brother sometimes. He gets me too, though. But he does cardio on our stairs sometimes, and I got him really bad the other day. I assumed that he had heard me, and he absolutely had not. So when he hit the top of the stairs, I said boo in a very unaffected voice and scared the bejesus out of him. Okay, let me put some stuff away here. I guess I still have the bok choy to paint the edges of, but I'm kind of feeling like it's done time for me. I would like to go eat a food and not be sitting here anymore because my back hurts. Ugh, I'm making a mess of my sketchbook. I'm dropping things. I love the leash kids. I really do. I love the ones who just strain against it constantly. Oh my gosh, my high school boyfriend was also a leash child, and this is related. And one time his mom wasn't fully paying attention to where he was because he was still attached to the leash, right? So you don't need to worry about it. He got into an elevator with the leash on, and she didn't realize until the leash started pulling upwards. Okay, I'm close to done with these ramen toppings. I just need to finish painting the sides, which I can do elsewhere. And then maybe next time we'll do the background for that, or maybe we'll work on some more color and focus. We'll see. We'll see where I'm at. Let me see who else is live in the Twitchosphere. I'm about to crunch this candy, so if you don't want to hear a really loud noise, turn away. Mute me. Do something. I don't know. I'm about to crunch. It's happening. That's probably not as loud as I think it is because the sound is in my own head, but I still like to warn people. Please load. Thank you. Let's see. Who have we got? Who have we got? We have Rainbow Sheep is playing Cult of the Lamb. That seems like something we'd be into, right? I also have somebody playing Fae Farm who I haven't rated before or had a chance to spend a lot of time there, but I know that they're nice. What we feeling? I also have a smaller streamer playing Celeste, if anybody's interested in that. That's great, Parker. Rage Against the Leash. Let's see. I'm probably going to choose Rainbow unless people have a strong opinion, just because I like Rainbow. And I'll hang out there until I have other stuff to do, so. Let me do that, then do this. Let's go to the ending screen because we're ending. All right. Thank you, everybody, for showing up and chatting. And I don't know, just existing where I can see you. I appreciate that. I will see you on Tuesday when I will probably be tired and out of it again. But I think we're kind of used to that now because I think most of us, that's our default setting anymore. And I'll see you around other places on the interwebs probably. You have a good weekend too, Bean. And I don't know, everybody have fun. Do something nice for yourselves, maybe? What else do I need to say here? I don't know. I don't know. I need to write a little script like Stars did. That's what I need to do. I really need to actually set up like a beginning stream checklist. That would help my brain so much, but I never think to do it. Okay, so remember that you are loved. Take care of and be kind to yourself. And if you can't do that for yourself, please do it for me because I think you're awesome and deserve nice things, including from yourself. I will see you next time and in various other places on the internet. So thanks for being here. Bye. Oh, it would help if I actually started the raid, wouldn't it? See, I'm like... I definitely need to make a follower emote. That's a brain. Just like being rude. Okay. Bye actually this time. See you next time.